Hello, I'm recording a quick screencast on how to create a screencast, and I'm going to give you a couple of tools that you might want to use that are both free. The first one is called Jing. It's made by TechSmith, and I'm actually using another product by TechSmith to record this video, and the reason I'm doing that is it has more options, allows me to edit, and allows me longer than 5 minutes, but of course it costs money. It's called Camtasia. Jing is much simpler and it's free. It does require a download and an install. A couple of tips when you're making a screencast. A screencast is simply a video of what you're doing on your screen, and it's accompanied typically by your voice giving instructions, a demonstration type thing. And so the first tip is always make sure that you find the right place to choose your microphone and make sure your microphone is working correctly and the volume is up. So in Jing, it's going to be on when it's installed. It's going to be this gear button right here that you'll go to choose your microphone. The second tip is be prepared ahead of time with all the different things that you're going to want to share during your screencast. So maybe you want to open a number of different websites, get them all lined up and ready to go to the right things so that you don't have to keep pausing. Now there is a pause button so that if you do need to stop and change something up, you can certainly do that. And both of these products I'm going to show you today do have a 5-minute limit, so you will want to plan accordingly. So this particular product, as I said, requires you to download and install it, and it has a couple of different things you can do. You can capture an image, so in other words a screenshot, which is a still image, or you can create a screencast, which is a video of what you're doing on the screen. And the benefit is it's really easy to share using screencast.com. So when you're finished with it, although you can save it on your computer, you can also upload it to screencast.com, and that makes it really easy to share just by giving people the URL, and they can click it and it'll take them right to your video. So it doesn't really work too well to record while I'm recording, in other words, to demonstrate Jing. So I am going to point out on this little screenshot the button I would hit to start recording, and that's this button with the crosshairs on it. So when I click on the crosshairs button, then basically it gives me crosshairs on my screen that I drag to select which portion of my screen. I'm not going to necessarily want to record the whole screen, including my desktop with icons or whatever. I just want one section. So I drag a rectangle and select the portion of the screen. And then basically in this program, I have the choice, as I said, of capturing just an image, still image, or a whole video. So I'm going to want to make sure to find the button to capture video. And when I hit the capture video button, it just counts down, and now I'm recording. So it'll record anything within that rectangle I've designated. It'll show my mouse so that I could click on different things, and I could go back, and I can go to different websites, etc. I do want to also point out that there's some really useful video tutorials here. When I'm finished recording, I hit stop, and then it immediately brings me a preview of what I have just created, and that's what this is. So basically I would just hit the play button and I would see how well I did, and I can name it down here. If I didn't do a good job, then I would just hit the X and cancel it, and I would start over again. If I'm happy with it, I can't do any editing to it, remember, unless I bring it into a paid program such as Camtasia. What I'm going to recommend is that you share it via screencast.com. When you share it via screencast.com, it does take a few minutes, depending on how long it is, to upload. And once it finishes uploading, it'll give you the option to view it, and that's how you will get the URL or the link to share your video with other people. So I have that option on my screen now to view it on screencast.com. And so this is my video that I just recorded, and this is the link to it. So all I have to do is select and copy that link and share it with people, and they'll be able to come right here and view my video. So you can see that Jing is a pretty simple program for creating a 5-minute screencast. And I want to also show you one other option. Screencast-o-matic is also free. It has two options. You can either download and install it like Jing, or you can record right on the website which of course requires Java and some other things. So if you have any trouble with it, you do have the option of downloading and installing it instead. With Screencast-o-matic, it's very similar. The first thing I do is make sure that my microphone is working, choose the right mic, make sure the volume's up, get everything set up, all of the websites or whatever it is I want to share on my screen, get everything ready to go. And then I make a rectangle that designates exactly what part of my screen I want to record. And when I'm ready, then I start the recording. In this case, there's just a red record button. And so basically, when you start recording, same as with Jing, it counts down, and then you're recording. And this all works very similar to Jing. I can change websites, I can click links, and it shows exactly where my mouse is at all times. And when I'm finished recording, I hit done. And again, just like Jing, it brings immediately my preview. So I can hit play down here and see my preview. And if it's no good, I click done with this recording and start over again. If it is decent, then I can have these three options, saving it on my computer. The top two are the ones I recommend because, again, it's so much easier to share when it's already stored online and you can just give someone a link. My preference is YouTube because I use it a lot, and so I already have a bunch of videos there, and it makes sense to me to put it there. You can create a Screencast-o-matic free account, and then you can put it there. It doesn't really matter which one you choose. However, notice that the unlisted one is grayed out in Screencast-o-matic, but it doesn't make any difference because you can easily go to YouTube once you have, if you choose private or public, doesn't matter, and you upload it to YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and show you. I have YouTube open. Once you go to your YouTube account, to your video manager, you'll see all your videos, and you can just click edit, and that from YouTube, it's super easy. Right down here it says public. I can easily just change it to unlisted and then save the changes down here. This is the link to my video on YouTube, which I could easily share with other people. So hopefully this gives you a few ideas for how you can quickly create a demonstration screencast type video using a free tool for up to about 5 minutes.